If you're using certain exclamation marks, you will get marks for it in writing, in CELPIP, and certain will make sure you fail the writing if you use them. So let's talk about the first one, exclamation marks. You should never use exclamation marks in formal emails. And in task 2, you should never use them. Why? Because exclamation marks are expressions, feelings, and they're used, if you don't know how to use them, they're used when you express a certain jolt in your feelings. I am shocked, exclamation mark. I hate this, exclamation mark. I'm terrified, exclamation mark. So when you use it in formal settings, which is the formal email in task 1, or task 2, which is essay, which is overall formal, you lose marks. But in the informal emails, you are encouraged to use them because informal emails are written to friends and family where you are expressive and you have feelings. Using exclamation marks there will actually increase your points because it'll show realism and you get marks for that. Let's talk about semicolons. Semicolons break the clause into 2 different parts. For example, let's say you have a sentence where I'm saying that I need to go out today and get some groceries. However, it's too hot. Now you can separate however with a comma, but if you use a semicolon here, it is the use of an advanced punctuation. Semicolon, however, and then comma, and then you say, however, it's really hot. This helps you separate the 2 clauses in the sentence separately, gives you marks for an advanced use of punctuation. Now you can completely get rid of the connector too. In other cases, for example, Bob really wants to hang out and party, semicolon. He is a very active kid. Now here, you don't have to put a full stop. You can just put a semicolon because you are still talking about Bob's habit of partying, but you're adding more detail to it. The more you do this in task 1 and task 2, the more marks you get. So try to use your semicolons. The third thing is colon. Now this is different. This is what a colon looks like. Now in a colon, you start to add a list or you start to add bullet points, which is why it is a big no for CELPIP writing. CELPIP does not want you to list a bunch of things like one of the doctors I had in my classes did. What they did was they listed the medications would be of certain thing that they were talking about, and then there was a list of medications. And what that shows the examiner is you're just eating up words. You're not trying to write sentences with your own ideas, explaining the theory, cause and effect. They like long sentences which describe whatever you're trying to explain, not a list of things. And if you start doing that, even without colons, you start saying, this will help you in this, comma, this, comma, this, comma, etc. They hate that. You can list, of course, 2 to 3 things, but if you list too many, especially if you make a colon and make a list, or use bullet points that is out of structure, not recommended, and you will lose marks for doing that. Same thing goes with the inverted commas. Now, when you put inverted commas, it's a big no-no as well. Inverted commas usually are sayings of people or titles or a description. And when you do that, what you're doing is you're probably copy-pasting from an article, from an academic writing, something that you already know. And the examiners know this. Now, you are not using, again, your own words and phrases. Examiners like it when you explain your thoughts and ideas using your own vocabulary and not copy-pasting. So if you say, Sarah said, and then you just put inverted commas, and just write down a sentence instead of explaining in your own words what Sarah said, what you thought about what she said, why she said what she said. You should do all of the latter instead of the former where you just put inverted commas without explanation. Make sure to follow these tips and score a 9+ in CELPIP. Please like, share, and subscribe as well for more great tips, everything in under 4 minutes.